Okay, so let's do another example and let's expand this to another type of function. So the example this time we're going to, this is number 2, we're going to let f of x equal the square root of x minus 1, and I want to find the equation of the tangent line at the point 5, 2. And again, we're answering slope-intercept form. Okay, so to find this equation, what's my first step? What do I have to first find? To find an equation of the tangent line, right? We know the tangent line is linear, it's straight. So for slope-intercept form, I need to have first the what? I already have a point. So what else do I have to have besides the point to find a linear line? Slope, right? So first we have to find a slope. So let's see. Oh, I know how to find slope because we have a equation to find that, right? Slope is the limit as delta x approaches 0 of f of x plus delta x minus f of x divided by delta x. We can always find it that way, as long as we can find that limit, as long as that limit exists. Okay, so we just do what it says, right? So m equals the limit as delta x approaches 0. All right, what's f of x plus delta x going to be? So, yeah, my function is the square root of x minus 1. So we replace that x with x plus delta x. So it would be the square root of x plus delta x minus 1 minus f of x, which is all divided by delta x. Okay, so there's the limit I have to find. I first ask myself what? Can I use direct substitution? Of course, that fails. So now I need to think about how do I find a limit that has these square roots in it? What do we have to do? Multiply by a unit fraction, has to be equal to 1, right? But it's the conjugate of that top. So I'm going to rewrite that maybe down here if I have more room. So it's the square root. So we're going to redefine. So we have the square root of x plus delta x minus 1 and the square root of x minus 1 over delta x times, okay, so what's the conjugate going to be? Okay, so that's going to, I guess, again, because I'm running out of room, I'll put the equals down here. Okay, so on top, right, when I FOIL this together, what happens on the very first term? So it'd be x plus delta x minus 1. Now the outside and inside will cancel, right? The middle terms, because I have a positive and negative, same thing, minus, and the last term is going to be what? I have x minus square root of x minus 1 times the square root of x minus 1. X minus 1. And what's my suggestion on the bottom? Leave it. I have delta x times the square root of x plus delta x minus 1. Okay. So on top, I need to distribute the negative through. So add the opposite. And then we combine like terms. So what cancels on top? X minus x, well x is gone. Negative 1 plus 1, so I'm left with what on top? Yeah, I'm going to write it again, but the delta x is left on top. So I now have my redefined function. Okay, and mentally you should be asking yourself, now can I use direct substitution? So I have a 1 left on top, and it's the square root of x plus delta x minus 1 plus the square root of x minus 1. So direct substitution, right, I have 1 over square root of x plus 0 minus 1 plus the square root of x minus 1. So how should I write that? So there is my slope. So that's my slope, 1 over 2 square root of x minus 1. Okay, everybody take a look at that and see if you have any questions. Now we need a slope at our point, right? This is the slope for the whole function. This is for the whole function. So the slope at my point, which was 5.2, is what? I plug my x value in, and so that is 1 over 2 square roots of and so the slope actually is 1/4. Good. So the question though didn't ask for the slope, it actually asked for the equation of the tangent line. So now I go back and say, okay, so yeah, that's easy to do now because y has to be mx plus b.
Is your printer working?
It should be.
Okay.
It was. Y is mx plus b, and so I know that m is 1/4, so y is 1/4 x plus b. And so we plug our point in right to find b. We have 2 minus 5/4 for b. But 2 is how much? 2 is 8/4. So in fact, b is equal to 3/4. So y equals 1/4 x plus 3/4. Okay. Now I think I was going to show you this yesterday, but I'm going to show you something on Desmos now. It was f of x equals the square root of x minus 1. Right? There it is. So we have the square root function move to the right one. Now we're saying that at the point 5, 2, so in fact let me think. You can actually plot points by doing tables, and then let's do this. Let's do all but that one. So we the rest of these. So here's the 0.52 right there. Now I'm going to see my tangent line, right? Should I be able to draw my tangent line right there, and that should go right through that point and be tangent or at the slope of that point. So let's type in my tangent line now. We said the tangent line is y equals 1/4 x plus 3/4. All right. Did it work? Yeah, it worked perfectly. So there you can see that there's my tangent line. In fact, maybe going out a little bit, it looks a little better. Because we could change this a little bit. It's kind of fun to do that. Make it a dash, something like that. I'm not sure I like that color either. Let's go darker. There. So anyway, you can see there, and you can see it's the slope right at that line. So in fact, with technology, it is nice. You can check your answers pretty easily on this as well.